Storm has turned the streets of Fernan Nunez into rivers after heavy rains and a strong hailstorm. A heavy downpour has left shocking images in Fernan Nunez, in the heart of the Campina de Cordoba region. It was mid-afternoon this Tuesday when Storm Jana became particularly intense. It had rained in the town throughout the morning, as it did in the rest of the province of Cordoba, but between 5 and 6 o'clock, the storm was particularly intense. There was a heavy hailstorm, and accumulated rainwater began to be felt on the sloping streets, particularly those descending from the old town toward Llano de las Fuentes, where one of the town's parks is located. Rainfall had reached 40 liters per square meter in the hours immediately preceding the event.
If we continue to ignore this reality, what will happen? Scary prediction. Earth's temperature may increase by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius by 2100. Category 6, 7 storms may become a reality. Coastal cities such as New York, Bangkok, Tokyo may be submerged. Many lands will become uninhabitable due to drought and extreme weather. The world we live in will have more natural disasters and catastrophes. The area will be increasingly narrow. The water unleashed by a hailstorm burst the main sewer, affecting at least 15 homes in the municipality, according to the mayor, Alfonso Alcaide. Alcaide, who received a visit from the president of the Provincial Council of Fernan Nunez, Salvador Fuentes, to learn about the consequences of the previous day's storm, stated that at the moment we have recorded 15 homes that have been directly affected by the broken sewer. But we're going to open an office that will allow us to personally address the needs that each of those affected raises. On Wednesday morning, once the affected area has been cleared, we will use it to check on the residents' situation, whether they have insurance or not, and begin to consider how we can help them, Alcaide added. Regarding the broken sewer line, the mayor of Fernan Nunez stated that this is the hydraulic infrastructure that runs through our town's main street, hence the complexity of the project, as it has lifted the entire roadbed. Hence, the importance of the president of the Provincial Council being here today with technical personnel to discuss the necessary work as soon as possible.
In this regard, the mayor expressed his gratitude for the willingness of the president of the provincial council, who from the very beginning has taken an interest in the situation of our residents, and who has come here today to learn firsthand about the needs we face.
No one can do it for you, but every small action contributes to making a big change. Reduce emissions, use public transport, clean energy, plant trees, protect forests. Each person plants at least one tree per year. Reduce plastic use, switch to environmentally friendly products, raise awareness, share this video so more people understand and take action. Over the past 50 years, the number of Category 4 and 5 storms has increased by 80%. Sea levels are rising by an average of 3.3 millimeters per year, faster than at any time in history. The Earth's temperature has increased by 1.1 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial times.
Since the early morning, water levels in the Remaggio River had been rising rapidly, and when the river overflowed, the floodwaters surged uncontrollably through the city center. Major areas, including Piazza del Mercato, were completely submerged. Many streets became impassable, and mud, debris, and rocks left behind by the flood caused severe damage. The strong current dragged cars away, some piling on top of each other, while others ended up scattered across side streets. Many shops and storage facilities were left unusable. Items in supermarket basements were destroyed by floodwaters, while real estate offices, cafes, and restaurants also suffered major losses.
Fuentes stated that, "We have been in contact with the mayor since yesterday to see how the situation was being handled, and today we are here with Improaxa technical personnel to see how the work on the affected sewer can be undertaken, a major project that is 200 meters long." Fuentes explained that, "We are going to use a camera to check the damage to this 1,000 millimeters thick, 20-year-old infrastructure, which ends at a park, which has prevented further damage."
Basement-level spaces filled with water and mud, making it impossible for businesses to reopen anytime soon. Brought transportation to a standstill. Parts of the Florence-Siena highway were shut down, and the A1 highway between Scandicci and Impruneta was completely closed. State Road 67 and Via Coloniales were blocked off between Pontassieve and La Siegi. Train services were also impacted, with operations suspended on Line 1 at Campo di Marte Station.
Everything indicates that part of the collector can be saved and part that will need to be replaced, while the wells need to be widened, as they have burst, he added. Fortunately, there were no personal injuries. However, we will be on the side of the individuals whose homes were damaged. We will have to see how the working mechanisms between both administrations are articulated, Fuentes continued.
In response, city officials took emergency measures. All non-essential activities were suspended, and schools were closed. Authorities strongly advised residents to stay indoors, avoid driving, and evacuate ground floor areas in high-risk flood zones immediately. Those living near rivers and canals were specifically warned to move to upper floors for safety. The bad weather is expected to continue across Florence. According to meteorologists, heavy rains will likely intensify in Pistoia, Prato, and parts of Arezzo, increasing the risk of further flooding. The storm is forecasted to shift toward Lunigiana, Garfagnana, and the Apuan Alps by the evening, easing slightly overnight but strengthening again on Saturday.
Oh, dear.
In 2022, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck Taiwan. Tragically, a bridge in one of the villages collapsed under the immense force of nature's wrath. Thanks to a local man and his drone, we can now witness the full extent of the destruction. A series of powerful earthquakes with magnitudes reaching 7.1. The tremors cracked roads, damaged buildings, and were felt as far away as Las Vegas. But the most terrifying part was that the ground never seemed to settle. The aftershocks kept coming for weeks. March 9th, 2020, the small town of Sparta, North Carolina, was suddenly shaken by the most powerful earthquake the region had experienced in a century. It took the store owner several hours to clean up the aftermath and restore order, but before long, the shop was back in business. These images capture the chaos and panic of that morning, when the Earth suddenly reminded everyone of its power.
Our thoughts are with everyone affected by this devastating flood in Sesto Fiorentino. We hope recovery efforts move quickly and the city bounces back soon. In times like these, staying informed and following safety guidelines is crucial. For the latest updates on natural disasters, make sure to subscribe to our channel.